The campaign for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was perceived by many to be pretty dumb. But I enjoyed it. Well, just to clarify, I'm talking about the original Modern Warfare 3. Not that reboot nonsense that Activision tried to gaslight us into thinking was a full game. We all know this overpriced junk was supposed to be DLC. Y'all ain't slick. MW3 picks up right where the previous game left off. Soap gets stabbed by General Shepard. Soap pulls out the knife, throws it in Shepard's eye, killing him. And now Soap is bleeding out, so Captain Price and Nikolai need to get him medical attention.
Keep pressure on that wound. I'm trying. Hang in there, my friend.
In New York City, Team Metal from Delta Force are tasked with destroying Russian radio jammers set atop the stock exchange building, having to fight through intense firefights on Wall Street in order to achieve this goal. I don't know about you guys, but for some reason, I really enjoy fighting through these really narrow urban environments. I feel like it allows for more chaos that way. After fighting through the stock exchange and destroying the jammers, our squad has a certified Michael Bay moment in this helicopter sequence.
He's behind the building! Behind the building! Frost, can you get a beat at him? Higher! Look out! We're hit! We're hit! Hang on! Shit! We're going down! I still got pressure in the pedals! Come on, you son of a bitch! Hold on!
We survive this because we have the thickest plot armor known to man. After this, we infiltrate a Russian submarine lurking in the New York Bay. We do this with the aim of using this submarine's missiles against the Russian naval fleet, basically turning their own weapons against themselves.
Frost, get on the console! Three, two, one, turn! Overlord, missiles armed and launching!
Roger, SEAL team is in position for exfil.
No, no!
We have another bombastic ending to a mission. Did I mention that these were the first two missions, by the way? With Team Metal, we are introduced to 4 new characters. Squad leader Sandman, Truck, Grinch, and our player character Frost. Probably the most memorable American set in the series. Sure, MW2 had Foley and Dunn, and the first Modern Warfare had Griggs, but this is the American set of characters where I can remember the entire squad's names. I don't know, maybe they're more memorable because they actually are referred to by their nicknames or codenames, I don't know which. In our next mission, we're introduced to another player character, Yuri, who is tasked with protecting Soap and Price from an ambush by Makarov's men. The ambush is very intense, but somehow, we the players as Yuri manage to get control of this robot tank, or whatever the hell it is, and we fuck shit up. Price, Yuri, Nikolai, and Soap manage to escape India from Makarov's men. Time passes, and the president of Russia is aboard a flight to discuss peace talks with the US.
Gentlemen, we have only 2 choices. Peace or war. Life or death. For the sake of our children, we must seek peace with the West.
President, now is not the time to appease our enemies.
It's pretty funny how these characters just speak English and Russian accents. It's kind of like how American Hollywood movies portray foreigners, you know?
Hijackers are taking the plane! The cockpit's been breached!
President, get down! Team 3, status report!
We need backup!
Somehow, Makarov's men managed to hijack the plane, and as a member of the president's security team, it is our job to eliminate the threat. This sequence is pretty cool. Come on, let's be honest. It's pretty fucking awesome. A bunch of insane stuff happens in this mission, but after all of that is done and over with, we finally secure the president. Ah, dang it.
You know who I am?
Yes,
Then you know what I want.
you're insane.
Russia will take all of Europe, even if it must stand upon a pile of ashes. I want the launch codes, Mr. President.
Never get them.
Every man has his weakness. Find the girl.
With the Russian president now in Makarov's custody, the war devolves into even more chaos. Soap has recovered, so he joins Price and Yuri in Sierra Leone as they find a cargo shipment that is meant for Makarov. Unfortunately, they fail to intercept the cargo. In a mission where we play it as the SAS, we manage to track the cargo heading into London and have a shootout in the London Underground against Makarov's men. This game isn't short on adrenaline-pumping set pieces. Unfortunately, the shipment is carrying chemical weapons, and we aren't able to stop the bombs from being detonated, and a bunch of people die, including this American family on vacation. I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be the controversial moment of this game. You know, like how the nuclear blast was for Modern Warfare 1 and the no Russian mission was for Modern Warfare 2. I think this is what this was striving to be. I don't know, I didn't really feel anything from it. I feel like they were like really trying to force it in there. Makarov is now in control of the Russian military, so he takes this opportunity to invade Europe. Delta Force heads to Hamburg to rescue the US Vice President, who was there to discuss peace talks before Makarov hijacked the Russian president's plane. They drive tanks in a parking garage in this mission. Remember Captain Macmillan from All Gillied Up? Well, he gives Captain Price a lead that Somali warlord Warabe, I think that's how you pronounce it, had a part in smuggling the chemical weapons. So 141 launches an attack on his compound where Warabe is supposed to be. After finding the warlord, Price interrogates him with the same weapon that he had shipped into various countries.
Look familiar.
No, please!
Where's Makarov? Tell me and it's yours.
Our contact was a man named Volk. We never met Makarov.
Where's this book?
Paris! He oversaw the delivery in Paris!
Right then. This is for the boys at Hereford.
What?
We try to fight our way out of there before we encounter a sandstorm. It can be difficult as hell trying to fight enemies through limited visibility, but I think this challenge helps keep the campaign fresh in a way. Price passes the information on Volk to Sandman, so Delta Force head to Paris to team up with the GIGN to find him. The city is completely wrecked with chemicals, so we all have to navigate through it with gas masks. This mission, Bag and Drag, is divided into 2 or maybe 3 parts. The first part revolves around our protagonists fighting through the mostly evacuated streets of Paris against Russian military. The second part involves them navigating the city's catacombs, where they find Volk.
We got a runner! It's Volk! Overlord, we have a positive ID on the HVI. In hot pursuit.
The third part is a pursuit of Volk from the catacombs back onto the Paris streets. There's a whole car chase sequence that is straight out of a Michael Bay movie. Eventually, we catch Volk, and Sandman beats the ever-living shit out of him. The next mission picks up right where the last one left off, as the Delta team then need to make an escape from Paris with their VIP. So they fight through more Russian forces with some air support, and the fucking Eiffel Tower falls. Like, holy hell. Volk is then interrogated, and he reveals that Makarov plans to have a meeting in Prague. So the next mission takes us to Prague, where we resume our role as Yuri. Yuri and Soap make their way through the city quietly before all hell breaks loose between Russian military and Czech resistance. After some intense fighting, the two make it into a church where they prepare for their assassination against Makarov. As the two get ready to kill the ultranationalist terrorist, they find their Russian ally Kamarov rigged with explosives. Makarov knew this was coming. Before everything goes to shit, Makarov says this one line.
Yuri, my friend. You never should have come here. What are you talking about? Get out now!
Yuri and Soap somehow managed to survive that tremendous fall, but Soap is greatly injured as his previous stab wound opens back up. Price finds them, and both Yuri and Price fight through the city streets while carrying Soap, who is losing a lot of blood. A lot of blood. After finding a presently safe area with the resistance, Price desperately tries to get Soap's wound treated, to no avail. It's honestly heartbreaking.
Get a medic! Come on, stay with me, son. Price. No! So! No! So! You have to go now!
This is 10 times more impactful than modern Soap's death. I mean, there's no really comparing the two. The modern one, he just gets capped like it's nothing. After accepting his friend's fate, the building is attacked by more Russians, so Price instructs Yuri to head over to a door.
Soap trusted you. I thought I could too. So why in bloody hell does Makarov know you?
I was young and patriotic when I first met Vladimir Makarov.
We learned that he was with Makarov at Price's attempted assassination of Imran Zakhaev. We learned that Yuri was with Makarov when the nuclear bomb went off in the Middle East, which was actually Makarov's order, not al-Assad's. We learned that Yuri attempted to stop the No Russian massacre from happening by trying to tip off the authorities, only for Makarov to discover this and shooting Yuri, leaving him for dead. Talk about a full circle moment, holy hell. Yuri has just as much of a reason to hate Makarov as Price, so this buys himself some time.
For now.
Yuri and Price head to an old castle in Czechia to gather further intel on Makarov. While there, they discover that Makarov has found the location of the Russian president's daughter, who he intends to kidnap in order to pressure the president in giving him the country's nuclear launch codes. This information is passed on to Delta, who are in Berlin to secure the daughter. It's an intense battle, but they fail to find her in time, so now she's in custody of Makarov's army. But they manage to track her to Siberia, along with the president. 141 in Delta Force, minus Frost, decide to team up to free the Russian president and his daughter from a Siberian mine. They have to fight through an insane amount of Russian forces. With the forces being insurmountable, the squad from Delta sacrificed themselves to buy 141 enough time to escape. Damn. So the Russian president is secured and peace talks can begin. But Price and Yuri ain't done. They got a score to settle with Makarov. They track down Makarov at a hotel in Dubai, and since they're completely outnumbered, they put on some big-ass juggernaut suits to withstand the heat that's coming their way. This time we play as Price, with Yuri being our NPC companion this time around. They fight through a bunch of security who I can only assume are on Makarov's payroll or something. As they ride in an elevator, a helicopter shoots at them and the two shoot back, obviously. But this causes the helicopter to crash into the elevator, which forces the two to ditch their suits. Fighting their way through the top floor, they encounter another helicopter. The chopper fires at them, causing the floor to collapse and resulting in Yuri getting impaled. He encourages Price to continue pursuing Makarov.
Leave me! Don't let him get away!
Price finds the escape helicopter, jumps onto it as it's taking off, tosses out one pilot and shoots the control panel while struggling with the other. He then stabs the other pilot in the throat. The helicopter crashes and Price wakes up. Makarov is still alive and they both make a move on a gun. Makarov looks like he has the upper hand, but then Yuri comes from nowhere and buys us some time. Unfortunately, Yuri is killed, but his sacrifice gives Price the upper hand and he beats the shit out of Makarov, tying a cord around his neck and breaks the glass ceiling they are on, hanging Makarov in the process. Price, satisfied with his work, lights up one last stogie before the credits roll. This game's campaign can be summarized as being too bombastic, possibly jumping the shark. While I can understand people getting exhausted from too much spectacle, I personally loved playing this campaign. Call me a smooth brain, call me a normie, but sometimes I love games that just try their best to emulate action movies that are pretty damn stupid but also lots of fun. I don't know, I liked it. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed watching this video and you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you guys when I see you.